Hi everybody, this is daily math number 17. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, Tammy is trying to find the perimeter of her room so that she can put a border around the tops of the walls. Anytime I hear the word border, I already know that it's probably going to be perimeter, but we'll keep reading. Oh, and would you look at that? What is the perimeter of her room as diagrammed below? So perimeter, when we're finding perimeter, we add up all the side lengths. So we're going to go ahead and do that here. However, as I look at this, I'm starting to notice that I have 2 side lengths that are missing. I don't know what this side length is here, and I also don't know what this side length is here. So the way that I'm going to figure that out is I'm going to use other side lengths in the problem in order to see, okay, what are these side lengths going to be here? For example, I know this whole side here is 11 feet, right? And this portion here is 7 feet. So this little tidbit here that's missing, right, that would go right here, is the difference between 11 and 7. When I do 11 minus 7, I get 4. So I know that this right here, this length right here, is going to be 4 feet, okay? Another way that we can look at this to find this length here is we know this whole side is 8 feet and this side is 3 feet. So if we do 8 and we subtract this 3 away, we are going to get 5. And so we know that this length here is going to be 5 feet. Now that we have all of our lengths, we're going to be able to go ahead and solve this problem because we're just wanting to add up all the side lengths. So we're going to do 11 plus 3, just going around this way, plus 4, plus 5, plus 7, plus 8. Okay, then when we do that, we can just kind of break it down. So 11 and 3 is going to give me 14, these two here. And then 4 and 5 is going to give me 9. And the last two, 7 and 8, is going to give me 15. And then I can kind of think of it like, oh, okay, 14 and 15 is going to be 29, plus 9 is going to give me 38. So the perimeter of this entire room is going to be 38 feet. And we want to make sure we include that label of feet. All right, next one, solve 1 3/4 divided by 1/2. So whenever I have a problem like this, you guys know that the first thing I like to do is change the mixed number, which is 1 3/4, into an improper fraction. And the way I do that is I say 4 times 1 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, and then I keep the denominator. 7/4 divided by 1/2 is my new problem here. So I know that standard algorithm for dividing fractions means that I keep the first fraction the same, 7/4. I change the sign to multiplication, and I find the reciprocal of the second fraction. So this is going to change to 2 over 1. Now I just multiply straight across. 7 times 2 is 14. 4 times 1 is 4. Now I need to ask myself, how many times does 4 go into 14 without going over? It goes in 3 times because 4 times 3 is 12. Now 14 is 2 away from 12, and we keep the bottom denominator. However, there is one last step here in this problem, which is going to be to reduce, right? It's so important to simplify when we can. 2 and 4 are both divisible by 2. So I am going to get 3 and 1/2 because 2 divided by 2 is 1 and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So that's my final answer there, 3 1/2. If your final answer is 3 2/4, you are incorrect. You have to reduce. You have to simplify. All right, last one here is a bit of a doozy. It's kind of interesting to look at. So it says find the value of 0.4 to the 4th power. So what we're looking at here, our equation is going to be 0.4 multiplied by 0.4 multiplied by 0.4 multiplied by 0.4, right? We want 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, multiplied by each other. So here's the way that I did this. I went like this, and I did it as two separate problems. So I said 0.4 times 0.4. I can do it out, but I know off the top of my head what I'm going to get. But I'll go ahead and solve it thoroughly for you guys. So 4 times 4 is 16. 6 carry the 1. 4 times 0 is going to give me 0, but then I have that 1. And then I do 0 as a placeholder. 0 times 4 is 0, and 0 times 0 is 0, right? Okay, so now I look and I see how many numbers are to the right of the decimal in the original problem, and it's 2. So I'm just going to go like this, 1, 2. And I know when I multiply 0.4 times 0.4, I'm going to get 0.16. Some of us are able to do that in our heads. Some of us are not. That's okay. So now my new problem is 0.16. I'm sorry, I said 0.6 earlier, but I meant 0.16. I hope you all know that. So our final problem is going to be 0.16 multiplied by 0.16. And that one we're definitely going to have to do fully. Okay, 6 times 6 is 36, so we do a 6 and we carry the 3. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. 6 times 0 is just going to be 0. Then we need a 0 as a placeholder down here. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. And 1 times 0 is 0. Now we add this up. We get 6. 9 plus 6 is going to be 15. 5 carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is going to be 2. And then we have a 0 here. Now we look and we see how many numbers are to the right of the decimal in the original problem. We've got 4 in this case. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way over to here, and we're going to do our decimal. So our final answer for the value of 0.4 to the 4th power is going to be 0.0256. Some of you guys might have done some basic computation errors there where you're making mistakes in your multiplication. So make sure you check over your work and see that you got the correct answer. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Love and miss you all.